Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'll let it begin by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Hawakwadash. Our double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, to all the dedicated brothers out there that's giving their due diligence and serving Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, in sincerity and truth. All right, again, I'd like to say Shalom. All right, today's topic, I'd like to touch on the tough guy spirits, the suicide squad, right? The tough guy spirits, the suicide squad, right? And I'm ultimately going into individuals that want to push the issue, right? The overzealous crew, those that believe that we got to be super aggressive because the scriptures teaches otherwise, man. Right? The scriptures talking about a soft answer, turn away wrath. Right? But these people ultimately don't believe in the scriptures. Right? The scriptures talking about we supposed to be circumspect. Right? Meaning we're supposed to be alerted. We're supposed to be aware of what's going on. And we understand that we're in enemies' territories. Right? We're not in the land. We're not in our homeland. Right? All odds is against us. So we're already... Right? We're already struggling in the fact that we know one day that we're going to be deemed as a so-called T group, even though we're not, that's not the spirit that we're in, but they're going to try to demonize us. But certain churches, certain camps, certain teachers is, trying to forward that agenda by doing things to get the ministry blamed. So that's where the, that tough guy spirit, like we got to prove something. And the suicide squad, meaning, you're trying to risk everything. Right? You don't care if you put the church in danger. You don't care if you die all in all. Right? That's folly, man. That's real sottish. Right? Going into retarded, man. That's slow. Right? Because later down the road, you're going to live your life with regrets. You're going to be under that guillotine thinking like, why the fuck did I do all that? When really we supposed to keep it spiritual, man. All right, so like always, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Right, I'm gonna get straight to it. Right, I wanted to start off in the book of First John, the 4th chapter, but I'm gonna just play this video real quick. All right, so this is really where this spirit, this lesson derived from, right? But brothers know it's been about 2-3 weeks since this lesson. It's just been on ice. But I'm touching up on it now. Just going into it. Because it's not obviously the lesson was had sparked up from this individual, but at the same time, this could be applied to any individuals out there that's trying to start their own thing, and just go off from what we was told, because we was told to be wise and harmless, right? So this could be applied to any church group. It doesn't necessarily got to be these individuals from then, but this could be now in the future. Anybody that comes not in the spirit of being patient, right? Because Yahushua also said, if this was of my world, then my servants will fight. Lord's will, we get into all those scriptures, man. Right? I'm going to just play a small clip, and then we going to continue on. Give me 1 second, Akim.
You're not, look, PMS. You effeminate, docile, bootlicking squares, right? I don't know who raised you Negroes, right? Y'all talk about the mark of the beast, right? Being an RFID chip. But y'all niggas is scared to wear fringes. Y'all created a whole doctrine that we gotta use wisdom while we in captivity. We can't use fringes. We can't wear fringes. We only can wear them when we gotta tuck our garments in when we're going to work. No, that's not wise. The beast is...
Well, the scripture, hey, the thing about it though, man, watching this video right here, this is gonna make you want to go into like every bit of this argument, because you're supposed to be wise, right? and you wearing fringes to work is not, it's not expedient. We don't run nothing here. Are we supposed to put ourselves in a position where we just cannot get a job? Because you know what that fringes does is gonna remind your employer, right? The employer, that you are a part of an organization that cusses out white people, man. Right? That they're gonna believe that you're in a racist cult. Even though that's really not what we're about. We're about the nation of Israel, where you don't, and the nation of Israel doesn't just look like one race. We're scattered, so we're gonna be looking like every nation under heaven, right? Primarily the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but we are gonna be that great multitude is gonna derive from all nations, right? But the understanding of these the people that's gonna hire you, the higher ups, whoever it might be, the people that's getting ready to hire you, then their understanding is that when they see them fringes, it's gonna line you up with individuals that's actually racist, and that you might cause problems at work. It's not wise to wear no fucking fringes at work, man. And beyond all that, the fringes you're supposed to look upon and not sin. We serve YAHAWASHI with fear and trembling. So ultimately, we got our fringes on. It's just in our mind now. It's not a physical thing with us anymore. It's a spiritual thing, and it keeps us in check. Those individuals that wear the fringes is the ones that go off the most, man. So obviously, just like how the spirit that was before, those that wear the fringes, you went off. You're the same way. We don't need the fringes to remind us that we're Israelites, that we need to keep the laws and do the right thing, man. Right. So this dude right here is just, he just erred, man. He doesn't understand the power and the spirit of the Lord.
But get on us. But you expecting me to believe that y'all gonna die for YAHAWASHI? If the mark of the beast is FRDQ, man, get the hell out of here. Y'all niggas, y'all some clowns, man. Give me the first, give me first Maccabees. Y'all some
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11.
This will community look bad, man. All of the crazy doctrines, when people rip our videos and talk crazy about us and call us BHIs, is because of PMS. I'm gonna keep it a buck. These are the same Negroes that was wrong on 50 prophecies, right? Talking about the world was going to end in 2000. These are the same Negroes that say it's okay to sleep with underage women when the scriptures say you got to be marriageable age. You can read the book of Tobit to talk about that. You can read the book of Genesis with Judah and Tamar. But these are the same Negroes that ignore all that and say once a woman passed the flower of her age, she's good and she's green to go. Ignoring all the other scriptures, man. I'm tired of these goofies, man. We're gonna bring it out, man. I'm sorry, we're gonna get back to regular shares program. I know a lot of people that follow Bell don't even like this type of stuff, but we're gonna talk about it because it's necessary. Because you have.
And the thing about it though is his hand gesture, his attitude, all about it is like, man, like it just shows you, it's like this man is not spiritual at all, right? What we supposed to just, scary ass ninjas, right? Like we're just, even though me in the church that I'm with, we're particularly not GMS, but we learn under the teachings of GMS, so we are likening the GMS in a sense because we follow them, right? And we will defend them if we had to, man, because those are our elders, those are our brothers, those are we look up to as teachings, and we carefully say the things that we say and do the things that we do just out of respect, right? Not to get the ministry blame or not to be out of order. But just touching this up lightly, you could just tell, you could discern. Your discernment is supposed to be all the way high, man. You could just discern that this man is not spiritual at all. Of course, the scripture's talking about be angry and sin not. But now you're just going off at a rant because of your emotions, because what? You got corrected by burning the fucking flag, which is not spiritual and it's not biblical. Yeah, the scripture's talking about burn the altar when certain gods is certain idols, when certain gods is being praised in the churches, whatever, right? But you're not gonna go around and burn down churches right now, man. It's not expedient. All things is lawful, but not expedient. Now is not the time, man. Right? We're not supposed to rise up and start a militia. That's why it's a suicide squad. Let's look up the word. Let's look up the term suicide squad. All right. Suicide squad, right? So obviously it's a movie, right? But there's a meaning behind it, and when I first looked this up, there was one thing that was highlighted that I wanted to bring out, but ever since it's been hard for me to get that same information. But let's just look it up naturally. It just goes Suicide Squad meaning, right? And it just goes into when you go to the military term of a suicide squad, a unit of soldiers assigned to a dangerous task. And that's what these camps is doing, man. Right? These camps is trying to assign you up for a dangerous task, meaning we're already behind enemy's line and we're supposed to be discreet, man. We're supposed to be low key. Right? We're not supposed to alarm anybody that we're a dangerous crew. We're a dangerous group. Right? It's supposed to be a peaceful protest, man. A spiritual protest. That's why the scripture's talking about the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Right? But spiritual. This is a spiritual fight for us, man. We're supposed to uplift the scriptures, right? Lift up the banner and set up a standard, which is the scriptures. It doesn't mean that we're going to be aggressive about it, right? We're not going to try to fight anybody without, unless it's absolutely necessary. Yes, of course we will defend ourselves, but if somebody come across us and say something stupid, we're gonna ignore it. But majority of these camps, what they gonna do? They gonna feed into that, and then they gonna make they gonna fight, which is ridiculous, man. Things like that will get the ministry blamed, man. Right? So unit of soldiers assigned to a dangerous task. And what these certain groups is doing, they're assigning you to a dangerous task because now they're putting you in a position to become a T group. Right? What is it? TERRIOST. If I'm spelling it right. Right? That's just off the head. I'm probably spelling it wrong. But again, you know what I mean. Right? They're going to put you into that category of a group. Right? And then after that, it's all said and done. Well, shit, Trump just passed a law talking about all cartels is gonna be deemed a terrorist group, and then what the army is gonna come after your ass, right? So for you to think that we should just be aggressive, talking about the the deletion, Esau Edom being deleted, and us being an aggressive group with bulletproof vests and all kinds of shit, that's just madness, man. It doesn't make no sense. The scripture's talking about wait on me until I rise up to the prey. So that's a very risky and dangerous task that these individuals is putting you on, man. Right? Let me see Wikipedia, right? Particularly a risky task. It's risky to be doing that in the land of our captivity, man. It doesn't make any sense, and I wouldn't advise anybody to listen to some jackasses like that, man. That is what you call a false prophet, right? Well, I'm done with that part of it, right? It's a unit that's assigned to a very dangerous task. That's why I said the Suicide Squad, right? Because there's no telling if you're gonna come out alive. The way they want you to act, the way they want you to conduct yourself as Israelite men, there's no way of telling if you're gonna come back alive. Shit, there's no way of telling any of us is coming back alive, but we have a higher chance because we're remaining spiritual and we allowing YAHAWASHI to work. YAHAWASHI to work. We're not like the zealots, man. It's like Sakari, man. Right? We're not like the zealots, man, where we're pushing the issue. What we're doing is we remaining as the fishers until we become the hunters. These people are self-proclaiming to be hunters. They're putting themselves to be in a hunting mode. Like this is our land or something, man. This is not, it's not wise, man.
Evil, wicked, docile, bootlicking, square men that come into this knowledge, right? And
like it's a bad thing to be a square though, man. Look, right? You could say whatever you want, and ultimately that's just elders and brothers, just rolling in the spirit, man. Right? Of course we can't, brothers get mad. Don't get it wrong. The scripture's talking about being not a brawler. Right? There's a lot of things that the scriptures say. Right? And that's what we matter of fact, let's just hit some precepts out, right? It's the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. That's the spirit that we're in, man. We ought to obey what the scriptures say rather than anybody else's feelings, right? Because you know, there's many people. It's the difference between this is that they crept in unawares. They slipped through the cracks and actually became a camp. But there's people that showed up to the camp trying to learn and like what they hearing and then what they suggest for us. Why? How come we don't stand up and build a community and all that bullshit? Because that's not biblical, man. Right? That's not biblical. We're just here to set up to preach the word and wait on the coming of YAHAWASHI, and then we'll be given the green light. Right? But we until then we're here to remain spiritual, man. Right? Until then we're here to remain spiritual and fight the good fight of faith. Right? There's nothing else. There's nothing else we are set up to do but preach repentance and talk about the coming of who you call Christ. And set our face against Mount Seir. We're here to talk. We're here to talk. But we're not gonna get hands on. We're not gonna be a violent group. Right? We don't carry arms. We don't carry anything that'll put us in the position of being a terrorist group. I'm gonna just say that, man, because that's not who we are, man. Right? It's the book of First Timothy, First Thessalonians 5:22, right? Abstain from all appearance of evil. Anything that looks bad, you're supposed to stay away from, man. It looks bad for us to be brawlers, you know, to be talking about the downfall of an Edomite. Every time we see an Edomite, we want to get handsy, right? We're supposed to come off as squares, man, because we're trying to become that new man. We're not supposed to be actively, we're not supposed to, we can't have that nigga moment no more, man. When somebody say something stupid, we just lash out, flash out, end up in jail, man. That shit's not going to work out. That's an appearance of evil. That don't look right. And we're representing YAHAWASHI, man. Right? We're representing YAHAWASHI right now, man. We got to be on our point. We got to be on our stuff, man. More than ever before. Is that 1 Corinthians 6? Oh, 2 Corinthians 6. It's the book of 2 Corinthians 6, verse 3. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. That's one thing that you got to have in mind with everything that you do. Whatever your actions could actually, it could be a domino effect. It could be, it could trickle down all the way to the top. The things that you do, especially you talk about, you serve, not serve, but you honor the elders of Great Millstone. And then all they got to do is watch a video of you and see that who you are was the same dude that causes issues. They're going to be like, okay, this is a group of Great Millstone. And the next thing you know, the whole ministry, it's just a bad look. You don't do that, man. We don't do that. Right? We got to remain in the spirit. Again, tough guy spirit. That tough guy spirit is not going to get you nowhere. YAHAWASHI wasn't like that. Matter of fact, YAHAWASHI advised us to do the complete opposite.
And all they do is spy on the brethren and talk about the brethren. That's all they do, man. So look, let's get to it, man. First Maccabees, chapter 1.
First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11.
Yeah,
in those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
So we're going to have wicked men in this. We're going to have wicked.
All right, that's it. That's it with that. But that's a bug out, man. And this, when I first seen that, when brothers first seen that, it actually flamed brothers up. I actually held on to this because I was supposed to make it with a brother, but you're supposed to really strike when the iron's hot. As the saying of the elder Apostle Gabor. But, kind of been sitting on it. Just making other lessons, but today just happened to be the day I made it. At the Wadi YAHAWASHI. But again, every time, it's still there though. That feeling's still there when you watch that video. It's the book of 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High. Why is that? Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. You got to try these spirits to see if these scriptures, right, if they're actually talking about the scriptures correctly. right? The measure, you try their spirit by the measuring sticks, which is the scriptures, right? Certain individuals will say that they are of Yahawah Shem Yahushai, but they did not the works of Yahawah Shem Yahushai. As if, as like I just brought up, right? Being humble, being humble, or being wise, or being harmless, right? How could you be mad that a brother would want to be a square? That's really the attitude of being. You don't want to do anything, to set off any alarms, man. We got to tread carefully. We in enemies territories, man. You don't want to be walking all recklessly, setting off all kind of alarm. Then what? They gonna be alerted, and then what? They gonna send the goon squad on your ass, right? They gonna send reinforcement. That's not the way to operate, man. Not now. 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the other one that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. That's all these people is doing, man. Bringing themselves swift destruction. And they're denying Yahawah by what? Denying the spirit that he came in. What did Yahawah do anything? Did Yahawah do anything to get the ministry blame? Yeah, he said he'll break the temple. Yahawah just kept it lit, but he did not uprise. He did not send. Let's bring that out, bro. Right, he said I could bring a legion of angels here. Right. It's the book of Matthew 26, verse 52. Right, then Yahawah said unto him, put up again thy sword into his place. Well, let's read up, because this is when Peter, right, turned up for Yahawah. Matthew 26:50. And Yahawah said unto him, friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahawah and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Yahawah stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant on the high priest and smote off his ear. That was precision, right? That was very precise. Then said Yahawah unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Right? So meaning keep it spiritual. Everybody is going to use that kind of, weapon is going to go out that way. Right? Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scripture be fulfilled that thus it must be? Right? Let's read that in NLT. Don't you realize that I could ask my Father for thousands of angels to protect us, and he will send them instantly? Yahawah said, look, man, we could really get it on right now. But that's not the move. That's not what this is for, man. We did not get called to this ministry to be a violent group, man. We got in this ministry to bring in the sheep, right? To set them up in the right place, to follow in Yahawah Shem Yahushua. That's it, right? It's the book of St. John 18, verse 36. Yahawah answered, my kingdom is not from this world. If my kingdoms were of this world, then will my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Again, Yahawah say, look, this is not my time. This is not my kingdom yet. If it were so, then my servants will fight. It'll be on and cracking. But this is not it. This is not it. We have to wait for Yahawah Shem Yahushai to give us the green light, man. Anything before that is out of order. Right? Zephaniah 3:8. Let's read this in the NLT. Therefore be patient, says Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Soon I will stand and accuse these evil nations. For I have decided to gather the kingdoms of the earth and pour out my fiercest anger and fury on them. All the earth will be devoured by the fire of my jealousy. Let's read this in the KJV. It's very more intense in the KJV. Therefore, wait ye upon me, says Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is reminding us, look, all you got to do is wait, because I want exactly what you want. Justice, vengeance. But now is not the time. There's a time and a place for everything, man. Right? We're not supposed to just up and go and try to, establish a whole war right now. What kind of folly and bullshit is that, man? Right? Ecclesiastes 3 verse 3. Well, starting 1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. There's a time and a purpose. There's a time and a season and a purpose. Let's read that. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So there's a time and place for everything. Right? Let's bring out verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. Right now, it's time to build up your faith in serving Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, and we're spiritually building the kingdom, man. Right? But there's a time to kill and a time to heal. Now it's time to kill that pride. There's a time for everything. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Right now, it's not the time to play the tough guy spirit, man. A tough guy role. You know why? Because Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is not with it. He's not with that. He's going to let you, just like how he allowed the Black Panthers and all this, all this gatherings in the past to not be successful. That's going to be the end result for all those that want to step up and try to be tough guy today, man. Right? It's not going to work out. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is against that bullshit, man. Right? Again, there's order to everything, man. Right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Right? Let all things be done decently and in order. That's how things need to be done, man. Decently in order, man. All right? You don't just go out and do whatever it is that you want, man. It's the book of Romans 13 and 1. Let every soul, well, let's read this in the NLT. Everyone must submit to governing authorities. For all authorities come from the Most High, and those in positions of authority have been placed there by the Most High. So we had to submit ourselves into what the government wants, man. So we can't be out here trying to act tough, trying to fight every individual, because you go to jail for fighting. And if you act tough, all you're gonna do is create a fight. Somebody's gonna try your ass. Of course we're not gonna hold back when it comes down to the scriptures. We're going to say what needs to be said, and we're going to move on. We don't act the way we act at the church when we're open. We don't act that way all day long, man. We're not at work. We're not at picking up our sons, rolling down the window when we see an Edomite talking about you, an Edomite, we don't say all that, man. That's unnecessary, man. We don't go around sodomites telling the sodomite you a sodomite. We don't do all that. That's folly, man. That's going to get the ministry blamed, because one of them sodomites might try you. One of them Edomites might try you. And then now you're put in the position to fight them. And if they beat you up, you're going to feel soggy, and then you're going to want to kill them. It doesn't work out, man. We leave the judgment to Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Right? Verse 2. So anyone who rebels against authority is rebelling against what the Most High has instituted. And they will be punished. That's the whole thing about it. That's eventually what individuals is going to get. They're going to get punished for being a demon. Right? Because Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is already telling us what we need to do as men. And that's what? To be patient. This is the patient and the faith of the saints. You just got to believe that Yahawah Shem Yahawashi will take care of it. It's the book of Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. And a sheep is a docile animal, man. A sheep is an animal that goes with the foe. Matter of fact, when you're getting ready to kill it, it doesn't even move. Right? It doesn't put up a fight. Sheep is gullible too, man. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That's the whole thing about it. You just got to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Meaning keep it spiritual. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter, is it 13? 15 and 1. This is the book of Proverbs 15 verse 1. Right? A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The whole thing about it though is that, you know, a furious man will not be justified. You know, that's the end game, is what you're you know, what you're wanting in the end is not going to be, it's not going to come out right because of what, because you're running off emotions, man. You're not thinking logical. Right? Sirach 1 and 22. A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction. Right? The sway of your fury is going to be your destruction. That's how you're going to fall in the end. Right? So you got to use wisdom. You got to be a square. You're not supposed to let these people know that you're a violent individual. Right? How's that going to make everybody else look like we're all violent? And what's that going to, they're going to crack down on the truth, man. On brothers, even though brothers ain't even like that. Right? But that whole thing occurred because a man didn't want to get rebuked. He didn't like the fact that, you know, they pointed out that flag was being burnt, even though they said it happened 6 years ago. But why would you re-upload something like that? Right? When the brother had put it up on a thread that Trump was talking about, I don't absolutely remember. He said, I don't know if it's persecute, but pretty much bring charges on those that burn the flag. Right? And that's, you know, I mean, shit. Why wouldn't he, right? This is their world. They gonna do what the fuck they want. But our position is to tread low, man. You know, not bring attention to ourselves. Right? It's already bad enough that we got individuals, you know, that go to church with armed rifles and shit at camp with bulletproof vests. It just doesn't, you know, not in our camp, but in different, different groups, you know. It's just, you know, and or ISUPK out there with all black on. You know, it's just, this is just crazy, man, when you look at it. But because we're trying to do the right thing, you know, it's just like, you know, you go to school, the dude that actually want to learn and try to ace the test, you gonna clown on him. While you at the school just trying to look fucking good and look like you go to a fucking school. We're actually trying to do the will of the Lord, man. We're trying to listen to the teachers. Right? We're actually trying to actually ace this and get delivered in the end. We're not doing this for any other purpose. If we're in this for any other reason, there's no reason to even do this, man. We could do all that gimmicks and all that bullshit, all that hard shit in the world, man. We could actually be great at it. Ain't no, in the world, people didn't want to look at us, man. You know, even attempt to, you know, try to argue with us or any bullshit because they feared. But now that we in the truth, we pick up the Bible, we don't smoke, we don't look like we ain't. Now they want to try us, man. And that's just all spiritual in itself. Even amongst our own people, man, we're being tried. It just shows you, man, these people, they don't have the same, they don't got the spirit of YAHAWASHI, man. The scriptures say what it says, and that's what we about. Right? But again, the suicide squad, man, that's a very dangerous task these individuals is trying to have you commit to. Right? Just act out. Be a nigga in the truth. We're friends just while you at it, so they know who you are. So they know you ain't no Muslim, that you Israelite. That's just fucking crazy, man. That tough guy spirit, man. Hey, Jake need to grow the fuck up, man. Shit like that gonna get Jake hurt, man. Alright? We ought to obey the Heavenly Father rather than man. We here to submit ourselves to the Lord. And, we're not here to start anything. We're here to preach the Bible, and we're here to wait on the coming of who you call God, which he's going to send his only begotten son, who you call Christ, true name YAHAWASHI, man. But I'm end off here, and Lord, when the lesson was edifying. All right, I'm going to end off by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Hawakakwadash. All right, double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, Shalom, Akim, Shalom.